Well, happy day after Easter. I hope everybody had a great weekend. It's a privilege and honor to be with you as always. We've got some exciting events scheduled for tonight, and a guest, somebody part of the Cellercise family who hasn't made an appearance for a while, who's going to be on in just a few minutes. But what we'd like to do tonight first is go over some of the questions. We've got some great customer reviews. We'll probably stop partway through those. From this point forward, what I'm going to be doing is reading questions that have come in, and we'll read some of the old customer reviews and mix them with some of the new customer reviews, because there's many of you that have not had a chance to hear some of those, and they've been wonderful. So welcome to our Monday night program, and get your Cellercisers ready. We're going to be doing a routine for about 13 minutes. So it's going to be a nice routine, and it's pretty much for everybody. We can make some modifications, but we'll look forward to you participating in that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with some of the customer reviews. This one here is from Cindy. She says, okay, so for a few months now, I've been Cellercising every day. I had to modify the twist and ski patrol because they bother my knees. Well, the past few days, I am twisting and skiing like nobody's business. So I just wanted to share that and encourage patience to anyone with the same problem. Hang in there. Best exercise ever. Thank you. So, also had a finger prick at the doctor and bled so much I needed a Band-Aid. Ha ha. What? Question mark. Good circulation. All right. Thank you, Cindy. Appreciate that. I want to talk a little bit. Right now outside, it is blowing like crazy. We've got winds. We've got pollen all over in the air. We're going to be talking a little bit about allergies tonight as well, and how we can help reduce the symptoms of the allergies and improve our immune system function. So we're going to come back to that. I had that in my notes. Okay. Rick writes, my Cellerciser arrived a week ago. Here's my first week's experience. I'm 71. I'm overweight and serious need for exercise. I happened to see one of Dave's videos and was especially drawn to the Cellerciser's impact on the lymph system and the benefits gained even with low impact exercises. My lower back, hips, and knees rejoiced at the thought of helpful exercise without pain. I have 2 10-minute basic routines a day for a week: health bounce, wide stance, deep walk, twist, Jamba walk, and health bounce, 2 minutes each. I could not lift off the mat, and I certainly could not do those amazing straight leg kicks that Dave does. I could not support my weight on one leg and bounce, let alone kick. But the encouragement that bouncing builds strength and adds health was a great motivation, and Dave is right. Jumping on the Cellerciser is just plain fun. Each day I have started my routine, I have felt stronger. After 2 to 3 days, I felt more stable, more solid, even as I walked across the room. After 5 days, my jumping jacks had me clearing the mat. Balance has improved every day. The first day, the bar was a must. I bounced all over the thing. Now 1 week, I can use it for bending exercises. Good for you. On day 5, I began hopping on one leg while holding the other out, front, back, side, for 50 hops each. In an amazing way, I could feel the areas of weakness I was working. At the morning, day 7, I was able to hop kick to the front for a count of 20, and then hop kick with 2 hops for each leg for stability. Running was out for me 20 years ago. Walking was too painful. Body weight exercises left me stiff. Cellerciser has helped me grow stronger by the day and increasing my flexibility at the same time. I'm not burning many calories because I cannot generate the intensity yet, but that will come in time, I have no doubt. Love my Cellerciser. Can Dave share the customer review? He says, absolutely he can. So far, within my capabilities, everything Dave says is proven true. I had a trampoline years ago, and like many, I finally gave it to the Goodwill because it did not seem to help and I did not know what to do. The video you and Dave make are very helpful. I have also researched the other neutral sites regarding rebounding, and all the science underscores what Dave is saying. I have real hope for increasing strength and flexibility now than any time in years. Rick, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And wanted to mention that there are a lot of people that are using the Cellerciser with animals. So if you have an animal that is weak or not as active, putting the animal on the Cellerciser and gently bouncing up and down can be helpful too. We've got a number of you who have sent us some of the pictures of your animals, so we appreciate that. Okay, Robin writes, I can't believe how quickly my body responds to Cellercising. I've had serious pain in my shoulder and neck for months. I started doing what was outlined in weeks 10 and 11, I believe, and my pain is so much less and no longer wakes me up every time I move in bed. Cellercising is my play in and my rehab that works. Thank you, Dave Hall. I'm beyond happy. 10 to 14 minutes a day. What a difference. And Robin, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. All right, let's talk about allergies for a moment. We'll come back to some of these other movements. I know I grew up with allergies. I probably still have allergies. When you're congested and your eyes are itching and you don't feel relief, one of the things that I did for years was I would get on the Cellerciser and just bounce up and down. Initially, it was a health bounce, and that would help clear the sinuses. I might have a runny nose, but it would clear. And then what I would do is I would run really, really fast. So you can build up to that. But if you're running like this, or if you're running a little bit faster, you go fast, and it gets the limbs and the heart and the circulation really going, the oxygen, and then do the gentle health bounce again. That helps, and it helped me. It just helped clear everything. And I felt good while I was on the Cellerciser. There were times where I'd watch a television show, and I have relief. Over time, I think my immune system has just improved. So even though the pollens are really bad out there right now and the winds are blowing, I love it. I think it feels good. But it doesn't when your allergies are bothering you. Another good movement for that has been the breathing exercise. And you've all seen this one. You bend at the knee, stand up, breathe in through the mouth, come down, bending at the knee, breathe out again. So it's that pumping that increases oxygen, but it pumps the lymph system. Your arms are literally pumping it while your body is being pumped through the movement up and down on the Cellerciser. So it's like, and that'll open up the voice and the larynx, and those who like to sing and like to talk, that's a helpful one as well. Okay. All right. And Susan writes, what a difference! Exclamation points. Love this thing. I've been rebounding for several years, and all this time was using a cheapo version that I got at a sporting goods store. I spent 2 to 3 years reading up on the research on better tramps and wanted a Cellerciser for quite a while. I also decreased my use of the cheapo tramp because of not wanting to cause permanent damage after a trip to the ER for a first-time heart that was acting up and a resulting blood pressure through the roof. I decided that I needed to get serious about rebounding and took the plunge to spend the money on getting the Cellerciser. Wow, I'm so very glad I did! Exclamation points. It makes a major difference in my workouts, and the difference in the bounce is incredible. You feel like you're floating in the middle of the frame with a firm but soft bounce. It's addicting. I took this over to show to my dad, who is in the beginning stages of Parkinson's, noticed enough of a difference in his balance after just doing gentle bouncing for only a couple of minutes that they too took the plunge and made the investment to get one. Thank you, Susan. I think those are going to be words of encouragement for a great many people. Yep. Okay, I'll have to save this one for later when I find the rest of it. Oh, there's so many of these. Christine, I think you sent me one too, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, I just gave you a heads up. Okay, well, stay tuned. We're going to have a special guest, and she's going to be working with us on the Cellerciser. All right, Ryan writes, hello, I'm in New Zealand. I recently bought a Nenak rebounder and have since been unable to buy any accessories or parts. They won't even send them to New Zealand. They are happy to take my money, but sell me a rebounder, but there's no after-sale service. Their manual says to replace springs every 1.5 years, yet they won't send me the springs. He's asking if we will, and of course we do. We ship all over the world. Our springs don't have to be replaced every 1.5 years though, because the quality of the steel we use is very, very good. In fact, for those who don't know, the steel in our springs are so strong that it destroys conventional spring molds. So we had to create a tungsten steel mold. I'm going to save this one for another time from Karen. It looks beautiful. This is from Paula. She says, I just want to say a heartfelt thank you to Jerry, who answered my questions this morning on the phone about Cellercise. Not only was he able to help me understand the science of things, but he really brought tears to my eyes with the way that he ministered encouragement in the love of God. I felt like I was talking to an old friend. I also wanted to say thank you to Dave Hall, who took time to help me understand more about Cellercise and recovering from Lyme's, and who really cut to the heart of the matter and encouraged me to focus on the good instead of trying to fight the negative. It confirmed what God has been encouraging me to do lately and put it in a way that I will always remember. God bless you for running a business that cares about people. I know that soon I will be able to invest in my own Cellerciser unit. Sincerely, Paulina. Thank you, Paulina. Okay, let's start reading some of the questions. And we'll save some of these for later. Okay, question number 1. Okay, Dave, newbie here. Welcome, newbie. I would like to see more isometric moves, holds during the bounce, health bounce. Thanks. And okay, well, those movements are going to be on the app for those who have the Mr. Rebounder app. That will be that'll be on our app. Starting hopefully in about a week to 2 weeks. They're finishing up and working on it right now. They've had some other projects that they've had to work on as well. So we're going to be doing more of the isometrics in those routines, and we'll be able to add them. But for those of you who don't know what's going on with regards to that, when you do a resistance movement, you're not tearing down, you're just using your own resistance to tone your muscles. If you're bouncing, you're adding weight to the muscle for building up the muscle. When you do an isometric, what we're talking about, we want movement, but the Cellerciser is creating movement at a cellular level. So you're not just statically holding. You're actually moving up and down, so the cells are flexing with more weight on the cell membrane, plus the resistance that you're adding to it. So it's through the entire body, but we can focus it by doing counts like 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 1, 2, 3, 4. Pulling, arching our back, pushing in for our chest and our shoulders, doing the arm movements down in the back for the back of the arms. That's one of the favorite for women. There's other movements that you'll see when we do those as well. But thank you for the question. Hi, Dave. I'd be interested in longer workouts on the app if you wouldn't mind. Thanks. Well, that's one of the neat things about the app is we certainly can do longer movements. You have complete control, which is what I wanted to do. But you can take any one of the pre-made routines on any one of these. So we bring this up. Let's say that you want to do the advanced weight loss. Right here, it says clone template. You can clone it the way it is, any one of these routines, and then you can add to it and then save it as your own personal exercise routine in your own personal workouts, which is where we've got some of these right here. So you literally create your own workouts, save it in your own personal library, so you have those in addition. And we have created a new routine, which we're going to call tonight the Christine, and you will, in fact, it's right here, and we're going to be doing that in just a few minutes. Are there any movements for carpal tunnel? Love my Cellerciser. I've been doing it since September last year. I usually bounce twice a day. Feels so much better. Thank you. Yeah, when you're moving up and down on the Cellerciser and doing movements like this, you're causing the tissue and the ligaments and the tendons to expand and contract, or weightless weight over 100 times a minute. As you're pumping circulation at the same time and then creating movements, this is all weight bearing, but it's also increasing circulation. We've had people with carpal tunnel syndrome find that very helpful. We've also, and I've shared this in the past, used a Dynaball on a Cellerciser. It's a Dynaball. Hold on one second. Let me see if I've got this in here. And, sorry, I don't. It's a Dynaflex. It's you can look at it on the internet, and it's like a little gyro that you get going. And while you're bouncing and moving up and down on that, that has helped a lot of people, including me when I was goofing around with a jackhammer. Okay. I heard you say in a past interview that you're going to write a book. Did you give up on that, or is it still in the works? It is still in the works. And guys, I know I've got to get that book down or done. We're expanding the business. We want to build some new offices. I need to bring some more people on board. Once we get settled in that area, we're going to introduce some new products that are all supporting this. And then I'm going to get that book done. And that book is going to, I think, revolutionize the way that a lot of people look at exercise, but it's also going to be talking about the principles of exercise, not just physically, but also mentally. And because a lot of it is up here for us to get the results we want everywhere else. But thank you. Yes, I think about it all the time. Unfortunately, I don't have time to get it written down yet. So that is the plan. Thank you for your support. I know you're not a doctor and don't give advice as a doctor, but as a Cellerciser expert, can you jump on the Cellerciser with an MCL of the knee aggravated? Do you think it will help it? Yeah, I'm not going to give you medical advice, but I do, and here's why. When it's still irritated and supported well, whether it's with a good knee support, the inflammation in that area, the increased circulation has, for me, it helped it heal. When I messed up my ligaments pretty seriously a few years back, they said I had to have surgery, but they noticed lesions where I'd had torn my meniscus several times before. And they had healed. And so that's what I did, is I put a support around the knee and I worked on it, and it's probably 95% there, and it doesn't slow me down in anything, and I would rather do that than personally have had the surgery. So, hi David, I'm a newbie and wanted to ask a question. I have lower back issues, and disc 4 and 5 cause me problems. And they recommend an operation, which I'm trying to avoid by doing exercise at Yoga Pilates. I'm doing really well. I have some discomfort or pain. Constant exercise definitely helps. I have a rebounder, which is a Bellicon, and I've been doing some of your exercises, the baby bounce and Jamba Run, and generally just bouncing. But I'm also finding that sometimes it affects my neck. I get migraines and my back feels tight the next day. I'm not sure whether to leave a gap like every other day or just need to make sure I just do 5 to 10 minutes. When I get started, I get carried away and do it for 30 to 40 minutes because I'm enjoying myself. I'm also looking at buying a Cellercise. I just wanted to ask questions before I invest in another piece of equipment. Looking forward to your reply. Thanks, Ren. Well, first of all, there are two different pieces of equipment. I'm not here to disparage one of them, but the Cellerciser is built with resistance and support that avoids pronation. Pronating on a unit that's too soft can lead to back problems and knee problems and hip problems, because if it doesn't support your skeletal alignment, then moving like this over and over can aggravate and create more problems. That being said, the Cellerciser you don't want to jump high on it. The approach is to address those areas of the body that are weak and build them up before we do anything that's going to be too aggressive. There are routines that I teach with regards to back. You're welcome to give me a call. I can share them with you. You can share them with your doctor. There are incredible stories about back issues that you can read on our website. But just taking the elbow, sticking it up, leaning to the left to open up the vertebral joints in the back. You can hold on to the bar for some support, and then just gently moving up and down, crossing the leg in front, helps to address this whole lower back and open up those vertebral joints. Gently doing the twist can be helpful. And when a back is really irritating, and I've shared this with many doctors, there's a technique that you can do where you lie down on the Cellerciser, which takes all the vertical pressure off of the disc and off the nerves. Lying down with a towel behind your head, rolled up, and your feet up on a chair so your back is flat. And I demonstrate this in the DVD that comes with the Cellerciser, and you can find it on YouTube. We've done it under back health as well. Gently bouncing up and down, rocking side to side. There are movements that can help open up those vertebral joints and take pressure off those nerves while we help increase circulation and break up the inflammation and the tension that's often held in the muscles. Been a Cellerciser since the 90s. I heard you mention that scoliosis may be helpful with rebounding. My 15-year-old granddaughter has been diagnosed and scheduled for an operation. I do not see any noticeable signs of the problem. Her doctor says that she has curvature. Her cousin was diagnosed and operated on and had to spend several months home after surgery. Could you please go over this issue again so I may share your thoughts with my family? Thank you, Dave. I enjoy your videos over the years and look forward to viewing your new format. And again, that would be if you're working with a doctor, a chiropractor, and they make an adjustment, the muscles are generally not used to the new alignment. So the doctors that we work with after an adjustment, when appropriate, will have this patient get on the Cellerciser, gently move up and down so the muscles flex around the new alignment without pulling them out of alignment. And again, another routine is lying down on the Cellerciser both before and after an adjustment when appropriate. Just got my Cellerciser a few days ago. My feet start cramping pretty badly after 7 minutes in. Is it normal for beginners? Is my form off? Any advice? Yeah, that's not unusual. Cellercise is very helpful at addressing the weaker areas of the body, and the feet and the ankles and the bones and the ligaments, tendons. They're all going to start to move to support your natural alignment and movement. So going easy on it initially is a good idea. Allow those muscles to relax, to loosen up, to stretch, to become stronger. That's why I encourage people not to wear shoes, but to be barefoot or socks or a soft sole slipper where the foot has movement in it. And if you wear shoes, often it creates more of a problem because the foot wants to support your natural alignment and it's restricted by the shoe. So that's those are movements. Again, consult with your doctor or health practitioner, but there's specific movements you can do for the foot that lessens any potential irritation while you're starting off, such as just keeping your feet flat, rocking side to side, doing the gentle twist, not doing the kickouts. You do the kickouts and your body's still adapting or adjusting, that may not be something that is going to be as comfortable when you first begin. Hi, Dave. Hi, can you ask if Dave knows anything about how many jumps are needed to flush a lymphatic system every day? As someone with lymphedema and a sluggish lymph system, I'd love to know if there's a daily target I could aim for. Thanks. And again, that everybody is a little bit different in that respect. They're built differently, different sizes, different conditions or situations. Being on a Cellerciser for 3 to 5 minutes, generally with most people, is going to really activate the lymph system and get that body primed with millions of one-way valves sucking and helping to pull circulation between the tissue, the bones, the joints. And so just the gentle moving up and down, the gentle twisting, those are the two most important techniques that I teach on the Cellerciser. What is a good exercise for chest muscles? You've seen me do that. That's it's an isometric, but with an isotonic. Isometric for toning, isotonic again for building. When you're pushing in, you can push in and your muscles all over here are going to tighten up. And then if you're adding weight to it, after a minute or so of that, you're gonna feel it. It will tighten and tone and build that whole area. I love Cellercising. Is there a routine on Cellerciser that would help an enlarged prostate? Okay. One of the techniques that I do, I had a physical done about a year ago, and I know this is personal, but the doctor did the physical on me, and he said, "How old are you?" And I told him, he said, "Geez, you got one of the smallest prostates I've ever seen or felt." So this routine, as part of the Cellerciser, which I do on a daily basis, it kind of massages that whole area, and it's just this movement side to side. If you add the whippy ski patrol, you're loosening up everything, but you're working that whole area of the body. And I don't know anything that's going to be better than that. Do we have any questions, Brooklyn? No questions? Guys, you're too easy. No questions coming, really? Okay. Well, I guess I want to get started. All right, so for those who have the app, look for the new routine that will be featured tomorrow. This is something we all use in the family now. It's a lot of fun. We tell people, why work out when you can play in? And it's true. Cellercise, it's fun, it's easy, it's convenient, it's economical. Really, it's a one-time investment for a lifetime of benefit. It's safe, it's portable. It doesn't require any fancy clothes. It's literally a whole program. I've been doing it for 30 years, and we have customers that have been with me for well over 20 years, and they're still enjoying a great quality of life, and we want you to be able to do that too. So thank you for being part of the Cellercise family. Thank you for being willing to share that with others. You are making a difference. And with that, yes?
Do you have any recommendations for osteoarthritis in the lower back?
Yeah. Again, diet has a lot to do with it. I can consult with a dietitian, see if you're lacking in what your pH balance is as well. If you're getting enough calcium in your diet. And the other thing is weight-bearing activities. We need weight-bearing activities to create the osteoblastic activity that's going to help the body utilize the minerals to strengthen the bones. Cellercise is weight-bearing, but again, it's not jarring. Jarring can be damaging, so you want to start easy and allow the body to build up. It can take time. We've had customers who've written us incredible stories about having gone from osteoporosis to osteopenia, having changed their T-score by over 3 points, which actually is quite amazing. So the jury's still out. We're still learning about it, but it's weight bearing without jarring. So it's helpful. You ready?
Ready.
Come on in, Christine. You all recognize and remember Christine. She's been doing great.
Hi.
She's lost nearly, what?
50 pounds.
50 pounds. She's looking good.
I feel good.
Yeah,
I feel good.
Guys, hang in there. Hang in there. You look good. And, you've had all kinds of things that you were working on and dealing with. And
lots of health issues, and lots of things have gotten easier and more simple, and some I'll never get rid of, but this will make it a lot easier. So.
Well, good job. Good job. All right. Okay, guys. So we're going to do this. We're going to call it the Christine, okay? Because it's going to be in the intermediate section, and this is going to be about 13 minutes long. So I'm going to play it here on the app, and we'll follow the routine. But I'm going to tell you a little bit ahead of time what the movements are going to be. So if you want to write these movements down so you know what's going to happen, you'll be ready. But we're going to start with the health of the baby bounce to warm up all the tissue and get the circulation going. We'll do the hip rock the health baby bounce for a minute. Hip rock for 30 seconds. We'll do the twist for 30 seconds. And again, that's for the back and the hips and just loosens everything up. We'll do the whippy ski patrol, wonderful for digestion, elimination, the lymph system as well. Then we'll do the sprint, we'll do that whippy ski patrol, 30 seconds. sprint, moderate, we'll do for 3 minutes. So we'll just jog, or you can sprint if you want, but we'll do the health or baby bounce for 30 seconds while we catch our breath. Then we're going to do the Jamba walk. Now, you can thank Christine for this one. We're going to do that for 3 minutes, okay? The Jamba walk for 3 minutes.
Sorry.
It's awesome.
It's like really walking uphill, so it's good.
It is, and it burns calories. You are going to be working those muscles to burn calories. Okay, then we're going to do the baby health bounce for 30 seconds. We'll do the front kick stomach for a minute. And for those who are not comfortable doing the stomach kick out, just go ahead and jog. See if you can jog by tilting backwards a little bit. That will still create leverage that will be applied to the stomach area. Then we'll do the health baby bounce for 15 seconds. Then we're going to do the Jamba Run for 30 seconds. That one you'll love and hate. We all do. We'll do the baby health bounce for 15 seconds while we catch our breath. Then we're going to do the Jamba Run again for 30 seconds. Then we'll do the baby health bounce for 15 seconds. We'll do the sprint, moderate, and then we'll cool down with the health baby bounce for a minute. I'm looking forward to this. I've not done this routine yet. This is good. Yeah, this is going to be good. So I'm going to turn on the music when we do this one. I should probably pick a different tune, but we don't. All right, guys. So kick your shoes off, your socks, or bare feet, and let's get started. Great at the end of the day. To get rid of the stress and the tension of a Monday. I look forward to this. Breathe deep, get that oxygen into your bloodstream. Hip rock. Want to kind of push with the heel of your foot to kind of get that side to side motion. For those who might have nerve issues or sciatic issues, keeping the hips straight ahead and twisting in the hip socket area has been very helpful for many people too. Okay, we're going to jog for 3 minutes, right?
Yep.
All right. If you lift your knees high, you're going to be working more of the core. right, 30 seconds, guys. Okay, 12 counts. 30 seconds.
Yep.
Alright, Jamba Run, 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, have fun with this one, guys. You want to sit on the heels of your feet as much as you can. Having your balance bar helps tremendously with this one. The flatter your foot stays, the more you're going to feel it, right where it counts. If it's too easy for you, lift your feet up a little bit. It's good. 3 minutes, huh?
Let's see if I make it.
I love it. I'm feeling it now.
I am feeling it too.
I love it. It's good. Put it away?
Yeah, we have 2 minutes left.
2 minutes to go, guys.
We got this.
You do, you got it. I think this is the one that makes me sweat more than anything. Because there's so much heat that it builds up. Your body, we're using the biggest muscles in the body. And they have the greatest demand for fuel. So they're going to eat up the glucose and sugars in the bloodstream, and then they're going to go after the white adipose tissue. Yep. This one really helps build up the knees too, the whole front part of the knee. How's everybody doing?
Last minute.
1 minute to go.
Sorry, guys.
I love it. Oh, I knew this was going to be fun. 3 minutes of the... Okay. We can do that.
But it's the walk.
Yep, it is the walk. If you were doing the run...
I don't think I could do it.
Not
no
okay.
way.
2 minutes maybe. 3 minutes.
Just 30 seconds.
Gosh, you guys are going. If you're still going, way to go. If it's too much, do the help of the baby down.
20 seconds.
Ooh.
Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Whoa! All right.
We did it.
We did. We got through the Jamba Walk. Jamba Run's coming up, huh?
Yeah, that's only at 30 seconds.
Love it.
I think this one will actually be the stomach kick out.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to do the front kick next. You're right. This is where we're going to go from now. tighten that stomach and it'll work even faster. All right. What's next?
I think the Jamba Run for 30 seconds.
Okay. Breathe. We're going to be doing the Jamba Run for 30 seconds. Hang in there, guys. Hang in there. We can do that again, huh?
One more time.
Okay, we're going to do the Jamba Run one more time. 30 seconds. Try to stay back. It's easy to lean forward.
It was a pretty good look. Last 10 seconds.
Keep going.
3, 2, 1.
Good job. All right. What's next?
And we're going to just jog gently for a minute. And then we'll bounce for 1 more minute. We're done.
Okay, we're going to do the jog for a minute. And then we'll do the cool down for a minute. Good job, guys. All right, cool down. Breathe and thank your body. It's helping you to achieve your greater health. We might want to have 2 pulses, one for the whole thing, and then another just for the exercise. Hope everybody's feeling good.
Feeling it in my legs.
And that you'll sleep well tonight.
All right.
Thank you, Christine.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Please feel free to share it with others. Share your comments. Share your stories. And you can actually download a story or a video. You can take your iPhone and you can record a video and download it right into our customer review section on our website. So we want to encourage you to keep these coming. We really appreciate you. Thank you for being a difference. And stay healthy. Thank you. See you in a couple weeks with another surprise.